Hello there, folks. Cranky old Cuber here. Today I'm going to do a walkthrough solve of a Tangram Cube, which is this guy right here. But before I do that, I'm going to show you some of the cuboid things that you need to know in order to solve one of these. Now, this isn't a tutorial because this thing is not complicated enough to need a tutorial, but I will show you what I'm doing. And then while I do this, I'll probably talk about a few things. But to let you know, so a Tangram Cube is this weird looking thing. And interestingly, what this is a shape mod of a thing called a pentahedron, which if you think of a kind of three-sided figure, so like a triangular prism of some sort, and also think of a cuboid. So think of it that each of the three sides of the prism can do basically a 180 degree turn like that. So imagine this had three sides instead of four. So each one of those three sides can turn 180 degrees. And that's pretty much what you got on those sides. And then the top itself, so that's a 180 degree turn. That's a 180 degree turn. All right. Now we have these. This is essentially the top layer and the bottom layer and then the middle layer. Okay. And these top layers and bottom layers can move 120 degrees. Okay. So you have 180 degree move here. Then we can turn it this way. 180 degree move like that. And you can turn it this way and 180 degree move like that. That's your three sides. And then you have your top and bottom here, and then there's three layers from top to bottom. Now, the way it works is it's essentially a weird cuboid, and that's really it. It's so three of the sides can do 180 degree turns like a normal cuboid, and the top and bottom can do 120 degree turns. Okay, so I want to show you the corner drop algorithm or the corner exchange algorithm, and what that does is it exchanges these two corners. It also does something to this bar right here, which I'll show you. So it goes R2, U, R2, U prime, R2. And what that did was it exchanged these two corners. Okay, it did some other stuff too, but for the most part, it put this corner here and this corner here. And you'll notice the yellow here is facing up and the white is facing down. What that means is it didn't reorient the corners, it just moved them around. Okay, so if we do it again, they're back where they go and they get exchanged again and they're facing the right direction. Okay, so as long as we do that, we won't reorient anything. It'll just move it around the cube. So why is that important? Well, like we said, this thing here is really just a weird cuboid. Okay, if you think about it, there's your three layers. So you got three layers here. The only thing that is different is this guy only has three sides where this guy has four. Basic cuboid stuff. That's all you need to solve this guy. And you don't even need to know everything that we did on this. All right, so let's set this over here for now. So while I scramble this up, I'll give you a little bit of an update, okay? So I just wanted to talk about a few things. So first, just wanted to let you know that we have recorded the next two old cubers and I have begun editing it. And so hopefully real soon now, we'll have an episode of that out. Probably in the next week, week and a half would be my guess, okay? And I'm trying really, really hard not to just upload a giant bunch of unboxing videos, even though I think people find those interesting, and I certainly like watching unboxings. I don't know, something about it just feels wrong if all I do is upload unboxing videos, right? So I'm trying not to do that. Well, that's okay. So, but there are more unboxings because I keep getting new stuff. Because, you know, why wouldn't you get new stuff? I love getting new stuff. I will also have some unboxings of some kits. So I don't know, you've probably noticed, yeah, I did the Alter Arduino right? I did that unboxing. And so I have more kits on the way for various things. And so I'll probably be unboxing those too. I might be judicious about which ones I do though. I only want to do the ones that'll be interesting to people. And so I'll make sure I only do that. So in May, I'm hoping to go to the comp in Yakima, Washington. And I don't know if it's going to be able to happen yet or not, but my calendar seems clear and nothing has come up. So I am at least tentatively going to that. I'm also waiting for, Puget Sound Spring to be announced so that I know the date, because I want to go to it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So we'll have to see about that. All right. So we have this scrambled up. Now you'll notice that it doesn't really scramble up a lot because there's just not much to it, but we'll go ahead and solve it anyway. So our first step is going to be to get this middle layer. So let me show you that again. So it's this layer around here. We want to get that one correct. And I don't have a good method for, you know, how to make that work well. I just kind of turn it and try to intuit it. So I kind of intuitively get there. And sometimes I'll end up turning that stupid thing for, 5 minutes before I figure out what I got to do. But really, you're just going to do R2 turns or, 180 degree turns of these guys. And you'll notice that you'll start matching things up and it'll just fall into place. And I just kind of accidentally zen to it every time I do it anyway. So I don't have any advice about that. It's just intuitive. What you want to do though is get that set up. And so when that is correct, then you can start dropping things. Well, here's the deal. This is a weird puzzle because it looks like this piece right here ought to be a corner, but it's not. It's basically an edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our edges in. Now the way I do it is I go ahead and find out where, let's see. So this is the blue. Is that right? Yeah. So this is our blue-red edge basically. And so we're going to take this blue-red edge and we're just going to turn it down. Okay. So now it's in place. And then I imagine we'll turn the bottom and we'll turn this blue yellow up so that we can put it in place. Okay. So now we've restored this. See how that was, we flipped this upside down and now we flipped it back up. All right. So now we're going to put our blue yellow in place. So we'll just turn it down. Okay. And then let's turn it right side back up. Okay. So I'm going to flip it over now. We have all of our blue-red in place. And so all we have to do now is get these edges moved around. And I find it easier if I always work on moving things to the bottom, because on this thing, you only want to turn the bottom in mid or 180 degree turn here. And we'll see how that works here in a minute. So what I'll do is I'll take this orange white up, and then I will turn this guy here and here. And now it's going to go down in this slot. And so I'll turn it back down. Now I have the green white up here. And it's okay that we've messed this up a little bit up here because it'll all go back into place. If you've ever done 3-2-3 edge matching, when that last one, when you match the second to last edge, you know how it automatically matches the last edge? Well, same thing's going to happen here. So green white is going to go in this corner. So we'll push that up. And now we get the green orange up here for free. And now this was in the correct place. So all we have to do is turn the green orange slot there and turn it down. All right, so there we go. So now we have all the edges in place. So the only thing that we really have to worry about now is getting these corners. Wait, what are the corners? Well, these little triangular bits here, there's not very many of them, right? There's just not much to this puzzle. So what we'll start out doing is, this is the cuboid corner drop algorithm, okay? So we're going to go, I'm going to put this one here and I'm going to put that yellow one there, okay? We're going to go R2, essentially, U, R2, U prime, R2. And now you can see that we have exchanged the orange triangle with the yellow triangle. Okay, well now we gotta have a place to put the yellow triangle. So I'm thinking what we do, and we want to turn this back right side up. Let's go ahead and exchange the yellow with the blue, because that'll put the blue in the correct place. So I'll just do that. So R2, U, R2, U prime, R2. Now the blue's in the correct place. And it looks like we have a single one up here that is messed up. So we'll just finish this out, exchanging these triangles, and we have this one slot that we can use here. And when we do the last triangle, it should finish everything off. So we don't want to take this yellow and put it up. What we want to do is put the green down, and that'll give us a white up here. So let's do that. R2, U prime, R2, or U, R2, U prime, R2. Okay, so now we have the white one here, and we probably have the yellow one. Yep, we have the yellow one over here in the white. Okay, so all you got to do now is do the R2, U, R2, U prime, R2, and you'll notice that we are completely solved. And you'll also notice everything in the right place, and our middle layer is all preserved. So there's no way to get all of the corners in the correct place and all the edges in the correct place and have an upside down bit in the middle layer, especially on this puzzle. There's like no parity. There's nothing weird about that, okay? All right, so I'm going to scramble it up again, and we can do one more solve. And while I scramble it, I'll talk about another couple of things. So coming up soon is going to be the first layer tutorial I've been talking about. A little bit more in depth about putting the corners and doing the cross and all that stuff on the first layer. And I've got it written and basically blocked out and everything. So all I got to do is record it. So that should be soon. And then after that, I don't know what's coming on. Probably the next tutorial, the 3x3 tutorial I'll want to do is something about the second layer and getting into how to start thinking about intuitive F2L. I mean, I know there's a lot of tutorials out there about it, but I don't know. I may have a special way of looking at things that might help people. Also, I like making videos, so I'm just going to do it. And if people like it, great. And if they don't, well, I still made a video and it was creative and all that. So that's cool. All right, so we are scrambled up mostly. Not a lot. Again, there's not really a good way to make it look super scrambled. Well, let's see what we got here. That looks pretty okay. I don't know. What do you think? Try that out. Yeah, it looks all right. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve this guy. All right, so step one, get the middle layer. So what do we got? Well, that matches up the blue with the white. Let's see what happens if we do this. That matches up the yellow and the orange. And so if we do that, now we've got green and yellow matched up. And I believe if we turn that, yep. So there we go. We got our middle layer. All right. So the next thing, well, we've already got a corner in or an edge in here. So let's go ahead and do the rest of the edges. So green, white is going to go here. So we'll put it there and we'll turn it down. Okay. Now we have this green, orange. So let's take it and put it in. There's that. Okay. Now what we have to do is fix this bottom layer. There might be faster ways to do this, but I'm just going to do it the way I do it, okay? So we turn that one up, and then we'll bring the yellow-blue slot over, so it'll turn down into here, and we turn it down. And then we have a red-yellow, so that's going to go there. So we'll turn that one down. That pushes this red-blue one up. We'll bring the red-blue slot over, and that puts that in the right place and brings our orange-white back to the right place. So again, pretty intuitive for the edges. And now all you have to do is your corner drop algorithm to move the corners around, right? And so we got a bunch of stuff. We got white and orange up here. So let's see if dropping, oh, I don't know which one is better to do. Well, let's drop the blue down. Oh, wait, if we do that, nah, it's fine. We drop the blue down. Now we've got green there. And so let's put the green in this slot here. Now, what do we have? We've got yellow. So if we do that, okay, now we've got the red up here and the yellow's in the correct spot. Well, let's put the red down here. Or, actually, now that we have one slot here that is incorrect and the others are in place, flip it over and we can use this slot to move things around. So, let's take, except that we are currently, now I got to pay attention here. We don't want to do that because we are currently upside down. So, let's go ahead and drop our red down there. And this will finish that bottom layer and make us have to do stuff. But that's okay. All right, so now we'll flip it over. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the green and put it up here. All right. Okay, so now we take the green and we put it in the correct spot. Right. And now we have an orange. Orange needs to go here. We're still using the same face here, this bar, because we don't want to mess up the middle and then have to fix that and fix everything else again, okay? All right, so now, and I think I may have broken it. Well, we'll see. So we'll drop that white one down. No, I think it's okay. Yep, that was fine. It gets messed up on the top when you are mid-solve. So when you have this bar upside down, it might also mess stuff up top, all right? So this is an interesting cube. I like it a lot. It's not super hard. There's a thing called a Tangram Extreme that I really, really do like. And it is similar, but it's a little harder. And that'll be my next walkthrough. I will show you, what I'll do is I'll probably warm up with this and re-show you this. And then I will show you how the Tangram Extreme works. The Tangram Extreme is like this, only it's 6-sided instead of 3-sided on the long side. So it's kind of fun. All right, so that's been a walkthrough. Hopefully this was interesting. If you actually want a tutorial of this guy, I can make one. I just don't think it's complicated enough to make one. I just think you can almost intuit it, and all you got to know is the cuboid algorithm and just one cuboid algorithm. And you should be able to solve this guy as long as you're careful and you don't want to do cube turns. If you do the corner drop algorithm and then you turn the cube and you do the corner drop algorithm, you're going to mess up your middle layer. And so the same thing will happen on here. And then you get halfway through solving it and you got your top and your bottom looking pretty good, but your middle layer is all messed up because you didn't pay attention to what you were doing. So don't do that. Just remember that you always want to do, I guess moves in pairs really is what I'm thinking. So if you do the corner drop, right, then you want to do the next one with this same face. And we'll just do it again because that'll put it back. Okay? And that's really it. And this is a fun cube. And also I restickered this because I think these stickers look a lot better. So I guess that's it for this walkthrough. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And let me know down in the comments if you did. And let me know down in the comments if you didn't and what you'd like me to do different. Also, if you liked it, hit that like button. And if you would like to see more stuff like this, don't forget to hit subscribe. So thank you for watching. And we will catch you at the next video. Cheers.